Well, I've been a little bit silent lately. Um, the subject of this video is going to be about retirement, the good, bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good. The good is that to me, retirement is being able to do what I want to do when I do it without any outside direction. You could also call this freedom. Uh, that's a really good side. Now, let me hasten to add that I add a little bit of structure to my lifestyle, but that's voluntary. For example, the time I spend on making these videos for YouTube and the stock market, which is more than just a pastime, it's also generates some revenue that I need in retirement. Um, so that's the good side. The downside of it is I'm 77 years old and I'm getting older. Um, I was reminding of that a few days ago when I tripped down my front stairs outside and I had a pretty bad fall. Fortunately, no broken bones, but boy, for nearly a week there, I was really stove up. Um, I think internal bruising, whatnot, but uh, somewhat painful. And as I say, a reminder that I have to be cautious. Uh, I have one particular medical disability, which is um, a lack of balance caused by the medication I take for neuropathy. Although I've switched medication recently, and that's given me the pain relief without being so um, disoriented. So I'm thankful for that. But at any rate, um, I'm glad to be retired. Of course, I'm fortunate. I retired in 2005. So as you can see, I've been retired a long time. Although in my first few years of retirement, I would occasionally go in for a job interview. Um, uh, by trade, I'm a computer programmer. Uh, but at any rate, I gradually accepted the fact that I was retired and could afford to be retired, mainly due to the fact that I get medical care from the Veterans Administration. Um, Without that, I couldn't have retired until 65 until I reached 65 years old. So I've been retired a long time, and I appreciate that. Um, so that's the good news. The bad news, of course, is the health and declining brought on by getting older. Um, but I don't see how I can avoid that. uh, but anyway, I just wanted to just stick my head up, let everybody know I'm still alive and kicking. I've ordered a second rail for my front steps. For that to be effective, I'm going to have to take off my storm door, which opens to the outside. I hate to lose that because that gives me some a good screened area to air out the premises in the spring and fall when it's not 90 degrees outside. But that sacrifice is much less than falling down the blooming steps. Other projects. Last night we had a power failure. That's very rare here, but it was out for about an hour, which was just enough time to check out my preparedness for such an event, which was pretty poor as it turned out. So by the time I brought online all the resources, the candles and the kerosene lamp and found my few flashlights, the power came back on. But it pointed out the fact that should we have a long power failure, which we would have in case of a hurricane or whatever, I'm not prepared well at all, particularly in the area of how would I cook food. I mean, I got a lot of peanut butter I could eat, but uh, so I wouldn't starve to death. But um, at any rate, I've ordered in a little um, alcohol powered stove. I keep alcohol on hand, and um, it'll basically, it's a stove that you put the pot on, but basically any kind of fuel that you can put underneath it would achieve the purpose. So there's a lot of things I could use for fuel that I have on hand. I have plenty of vegetable oil, and that would cook a lot of meals. I'd hate to use that because it's so smoky, but hey, um, if push comes to shove, I can go outside in the carport and cook. It beats having cold food all the time. And some stuff in my refrigerator would have to be cooked to be preserved, or cooked and eaten before it spoils. So I think the worst power outage I've had down here in Central Florida is about 2 or 3 days, and that was due to a hurricane that passed over us. We're far enough inland that we rarely get anything more than an F2 by the time it gets here. The biggest danger is it taking off roofing tiles or shingles. But at any rate, that's what I'll be working on this week. I'm hoping people are getting their fill of the election news. In my lifetime, I've never seen anything like what we're going through now. I would like to get past this and have things settle down where we can have some kind of idea of what the immediate future is going to hold. Maybe that's too much to ask, but I hope not. I have reached a little over 600 subscribers. I would like to get the magic 1,000 subscribers or above. I do incur some expense producing these videos and posting them and whatnot. It's not going to break the bank, but in retirement, you learn how to pinch those pennies. So if you will subscribe, and if you like a particular video, hit like. The comments are always welcome. Those are the things that go toward the algorithm that YouTube uses to put my videos sort of up front, and that will improve my ability to reach 1,000 subscribers. And for my subscribers currently, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. And for future subscribers, I'm thanking you in advance.